sleep. Riding the roller coaster together, stacking stocks and coins each week. Market Watch Wednesday, making money while we sleep. Riding the roller coaster together, stacking stocks and coins each week. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba da da. Ba 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 da ba. Market Watch. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba da da. Ba 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 da ba. Market Watch Wednesday, making money while we sleep. Riding the roller coaster together, stacking stocks and coins each week. Market Watch Wednesday, making money while we sleep. Riding the roller coaster together, stacking stocks and coins each week. Ba 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 da ba da da ba da da. Ba 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 da ba ba da da. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba da da. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba.
Hello, tubers. Cooper will be along shortly. It's Wednesday morning. It's November 26th. So Thanksgiving turkey dinner tomorrow for the Americans out there. Money Matters today. Markets have been down 15. Some stocks up, mind you, but Google's interesting. It seems to be developed their own version of ChatGPT, as well as their own chips. So maybe giving NVIDIA a bit of a run. Oh, look who's here.
Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Coopersthaiadventure live stream with myself, Cooper, and my trusty sidekick, Mr. Brooke Snyder. Sorry for the little bit of delay, emergency bathroom run. So that's all I'll say on that. And we're going to start off today's show with a bit of news that's been hitting the crypto market hard. And it's not just Bitcoin, it's all across the crypto market. And we're going to go into what the news is and the history behind it. Starting with, on the 10th of October, a little white paper came out. Now, it came out quietly. Not a lot of people saw it. As a matter of fact, it slipped on my radar completely. And I didn't see it. I know you didn't see it, Mr. Snyder. And what was this white paper? Well, this white paper was a white paper from a company called MSCI. Who are MSCI? MSCI is a company that decides who gets in and out of the indices. Well, the indices are the market funds, i.e. the NASDAQ 100, the Triple Q, the S&P 500, and so forth. And they released this white paper on the 10th of October of this year, saying that they're going to put it up for debate whether crypto companies, and they use the word crypto, not Bitcoin. A lot of people confused. I read the white paper front to back, folks, and I can tell you the word crypto was used, not Bitcoin. Any company that has more than 50% of their assets in crypto would be delisted, no longer on the indices. And not a lot of traction was heard about it. It was a very quiet paper that was put out, And it was for debate. When's this debate supposed to happen? Now. They're inviting companies to give their opinions. Some have been for, some have been against. A very big company backed MicroStrategy and said, no, we're definitely against this. Well, this vote is supposed to happen. They're going to let people know the consensus on the 15th of January of next year. Okay. So if the consensus is, yes, they should not be in the indices, when is this likely to happen? When would it first take place? Well, the earliest it could possibly take place is in February, a month later. Okay. They need to give times for the markets to adjust. All right. So they normally give what's called a 30-day notice. Well, where's all the turmoil coming? Well, a certain company called JP Morgan, run by a CEO called Jamie Dimon, decided to tell everybody on the planet MicroStrategy could be delisted and could lose $3 billion in lost revenue and forced sales.
Yeah, more or less, there'd be a exit from those funds of the shares.
Correct, to that value.
Yeah, putting more shares on the market for sale. Obviously, there'll be buyers, and yeah. Continue.
So the story continues. Why did JP Morgan do this? Well, the reason I believe, and this is my personal belief, is a couple years ago, they got caught with their pants down. Several of you watching the live stream may remember when Jamie Dimon came out and said if any of his staff owns crypto or buys crypto, they will be terminated. Okay. What happened when that announcement came out? Well, Bitcoin fell 25%. Almost overnight, 25%. Well, when Bitcoin fell 25%, what did JP Morgan do? They bought a whack load of it. Okay. They bought MicroStrategy. They bought Bitcoin. They got caught. They forced the market to go down, drove fear into the market, bottomed the price, and then bought the dip. That's called market manipulation, and it's against the law. Companies cannot do that. Okay.
Saying one thing and doing the opposite.
Exactly. And where was Jamie Dimon during this whole time? He was sitting at Davos, drinking champagne, talking on TV, saying Bitcoin and crypto is the worst thing in the world. It's
similar to the pet rock.
It's a pet rock. Exactly. The whole time behind the scenes, he's buying like a madman. Yeah. And made a ton of money. He got taken to court. The company got fined several $billion, and he himself got fined $20 million. Okay, so out of his personal pocket, he had to pay the courts $20 million on the lawsuit. Looks like he's at it again. It really does. Now let's go back a little bit further to the beginning of this year, when the elections happened and we had a new president. President came out and said he's going to stop and bring in choke point 2.0. Stop the banks, basically, from penalizing people that buy and sell crypto. All right. Because a lot of people in the last administration were debanked if you were into crypto. Banks didn't want nothing to do with you.
Basically closed their accounts.
Exactly.
Without notice. I think it pretty well was without notice. And that really throws a wrench into someone's plans. When now they didn't lose their money.
No,
they just said, we don't want to bank with you anymore.
Exactly.
Even though you've been with us for 20, 30 years, never had trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we're not interested in your business.
Correct. Well, that was started in this administration in January. They brought out an executive order. No more could banks close your account if you bought and sold crypto of any kind. Now, here's where the story gets interesting. In the last 2 months, a big crypto person in the crypto world by the name of Jack Mallers, owner of 21 shares, was delisted by JP Morgan. Debanked. Said, that's it. You can no longer bank with us. Well, Jack Mallers comes from a very wealthy family. And his father was banking with JP Morgan for 30 years. Made him a lot of money over those 30 years too, you know, in fees and everything else. He then becomes delisted. And what didn't stop with him. They're going after other big crypto players in the verse of delisting them, debanking them, taking their accounts away from them. Okay, so it's recently been released by the US government, the Epstein files. Okay, and it's been found that Epstein's banker was JP Morgan. Epstein got caught, we all know, and was convicted of having sex with minors. All right, we all know what happened there. Why is this important? Because after his conviction, Jamie Dimon, the head of the bank, did not delist him, did not debank him. As a matter of fact, moved over $1 billion of his money for him and his investments and everything else that he was doing for a further 5 years. A lot of people in the management and the bank were saying, we need to get rid of this guy. We need to debank him immediately. It's a bad image. Looks like we're supporting pedophiles. Jamie Dimon overruled them on every single occasion and said, no, we're keeping this man's business. So now there's a huge investigation going on into Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan as a whole, as a company. I think he's doing this to take light away from what's going on and his private company dealings. Okay, so there's a huge investigation going on right now, and he's in a lot of hot water, is the way I see it.
So it's a bit of a conspiracy theory you're
I'm not spilling any conspiracy theory.
Here.
I'm just putting out the facts, and the facts are painting a picture, and this is the picture that's coming up. So, anyways, it's becoming a bit of a cluster F, I'll call it. Because Jamie Dimon's JP Morgan owns a whack load of shares of MicroStrategy still. Since this October 10th letter that came out, that they had privilege to see it before everybody else, since this letter came out, they've been quietly trying to sell their MicroStrategy shares. They've sold 25% to date. Well, he's been trying to short MicroStrategy, betting the price is going to go down, he's going to make a ton of money. Hence why they release this report to the public. They want the prices to go down.
Sure they do.
It's market manipulation 2.0. He didn't learn from his first lesson when the company got fined several billion. He's at it again. Debanking those that are in crypto. Jack Mallers and several other bigwigs. Going after MicroStrategy. Why MicroStrategy? Why are they going after them in particular? Well, they're going after them in particular because they're the largest holder on the planet of Bitcoin.
Yeah,
they have almost, what is it, 650,000 Bitcoin right now on their balance book, plus. So he's going after them. Now, here's the thing. When all this news were released in the last 3 to 4 days, this took off like fire on X. And people are posting on there, I'm closing my JP Morgan account. And there's big multimillionaires out there announcing on X, I'm closing my account. I'm closing my account. I'm buying MicroStrategy. Why? Why do they want to buy MicroStrategy when JP Morgan's basically putting the fear of God into, those that own MicroStrategy, including me and you, full disclosure? Well, the reason they want to buy MicroStrategy right now is because JP Morgan has shorted the stock. They're betting the price is going to go down. Here's the thing. If MicroStrategy goes up 50% from its current value of about $270 to $280, sorry, $170 to $180, if it goes up 70%, 50%, guess who gets liquidated? JP. They get liquidated. They lose a fortune, an absolute fortune. I'm not talking 1 or 2 shares here. I'm talking millions of shares that they own. So it's very interesting times right now. People are posting all over X, I'm buying MicroStrategy. I'm buying MicroStrategy. I'm closing my JP Morgan account. All because they see what he's doing. He's trying to do a 3.0, do what he did a couple of years ago, drive the price down to rock bottom, and then buy in and make a ton of money again. What do you see, Mr. Schneider?
Okay, well, thank you for that. So I see Bitcoin price has dropped.
Yeah.
Strategy has dropped. Those are the facts. Now, when you look into why has this happened,
all of crypto's dropped.
Yeah, well, obviously Bitcoin drives crypto.
Yeah,
Bitcoin goes down. Guess what? Ethereum, Solana are going to follow, and all the shit coins along with it. But my opinion initially is this. There's vested interest. You got JP Morgan, you got the Vanguards, you got, BlackRock to some extent as well. A lot of these companies colluded, let's say, to drive the price of Bitcoin down as well as strategy. And the reason to me they did this is they are shit scared about the future of their earnings and income going forward should Bitcoin and these companies associated with it, meaning MicroStrategy, actually do well. If Bitcoin price really starts jumping, well, then, they're going to have less control over what they can do as far as, making tons of money in the markets. So to me, it's a manipulation. It's a concerted effort by a bunch, of these huge companies to drive the price down. They'll be on the phone saying, hey, we're going to sell their shares. What do you think? Let's do this, drop the price. And they'll cover their butts by selling puts, shorting the stock, buy it back later, cheaper, make the money.
Yeah.
So it's a game they're playing. They're not losing money on this deal. Trust me. But that's why they are shit scared as the future of their industry. Now, why is that? The central thesis is people aren't stupid. They realize that having fiat dollars, paper money with nothing backing it, and the governments on the planet continually printing, debt's getting bigger. Where's the alternative for investments? Guess what? Bitcoin. Limited supply, only so many. Maybe I better park some in there and protect my wealth, so to speak, going forward. Because if you're holding paper dollars, treasuries, all this stuff, your purchasing power it's dropped dramatically in the last 10 years, 5 years even. Guess what? It ain't going to get better. So that's the reason they've done that. The writing's on the wall. Now, with the strategy, it obviously does follow the Bitcoin price to some extent.
Yeah.
But when they get colluding and they say, fine, we're going to dump these shares on the market, well, then you do see the price go down. But, to me, I'm not selling a share of my strategy. In fact, I think it's a hell of a buy right now.
I'm buying more.
Yeah, at 170. I mean, you're basically buying it for a little less than the value of the Bitcoin. So you're actually making money buying the share. Now, keeping in mind the long term, eventually the cream will rise to the top. The big thing as well, I mean, the last administration, Biden and Warren and Gensler, anti-Bitcoin, anti-crypto.
Correct.
So Jesus, you're kind of shaking your head. And shit, can we do it? Can we make it? Now you'd say opposite. You got a president, sorry, who's pro Bitcoin, pro crypto, and the rest of his administration is also that in that vein. So I totally think that we're going to see a long-term run in Bitcoin as the safe asset versus the fiat money that these governments are all printing. So I'm not panicking. I wouldn't recommend anybody, if you've got dry powder, take a look and maybe picking up some if you don't have a big enough bag, and just stay the course. Bitcoin as an asset, it's got the adoption now throughout the world that it's not going anywhere. I think just this past week, the state of Texas bought quite a few million. How many was it you mentioned?
10 million.
10 million of Bitcoin for their strategic Bitcoin reserve.
$10 million.
Yeah, so that's one state. So it's listen.
So they're betting the banks are going to lose this fight.
Well, they will.
Yeah.
It's
and why are the banks going to lose this fight, Mr. Snyder?
Well, they're going to lose it because the reality is Bitcoin is the future of money. Okay. This so-called paper money that, people have been trusting in, thinking, oh, well, the government backing it, they've got gold reserves, or they've got the goodwill of the American public to back it, the dollar. Well, there's nothing backing it. It's like a house of cards. And sooner or later, you got to pay the piper. So the debts are coming due. The interest payments are going to overtake any other expenditures the government has. There might have to be a reset, let's say. Well, how are they going to reset that? Well, they're going to have Bitcoin as a strategic asset reserve. People believe in it, gold probably, and revalue everything. Say, listen, we think Bitcoin's worth $1 million a coin. We own this many. We think gold's worth $3,000, $4,000 an ounce. We have it on our books at $35 or whatever it is. So we're revaluing our assets. Well, guess what? That sure drives the prices up and, makes them look better, let's say. But anyways, going forward, I'm not selling my micro. I think it's a buy. I'm not selling any Bitcoin. I wouldn't recommend it. It's actually on sale. And can there be more volatility? Yeah, but we're closer to the bottom in Bitcoin pricing and strategy than we are to the all-time high. So, you're way, way closer to the bottom than you are to, where it's going to end up. So as a risk reward, I think you're pretty safe getting in right now.
Exactly. Those are my thoughts. Exactly. And
now let me just finish by saying something about this MSCI. These indexes, they're in collusion. Don't kid yourself.
Oh, yes.
They probably were discussing, they just come up with this idea on their own and then publish this white paper, so-called anonymously, quietly in the background. And then it's all touted by JP Morgan. He told them what to write.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so this, I think it's of the 50 or 60 billion dollar market cap of strategy, it might affect like 2 to 4 billion of shares. Good luck. Are they going to get out of the NASDAQ? No. If anything, they'll get put into the S&P 500, in my opinion, still in December. So we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? Time will tell, but we're on the right track is my point. This MSCI, I've never heard of them before this issue. Don't care about it. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyways, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, and there's a lot of FUD going on right now.
Tremendous.
And looking at it, the MSCI wouldn't only be having to go after MicroStrategy. They'd have to go after all them that own more than 50% crypto. Well, who would that be? Well, for a start, it'd be all the miners. You got Mara, you got Clean Spark, you got Hut, and all the rest.
Riot,
that'd be all the miners out of the triple Q. Okay. Then they'd have to go after Coinbase. Coinbase, 100% of their assets is in crypto, albeit a very large share of that is on stable coins. But stablecoin is a type of crypto. And they used the word crypto. They didn't use the word Bitcoin. That was the key difference where a lot of YouTubers have been going wrong that I've noticed. They think it's attack against Bitcoin. Maybe they're heavy into Bitcoin. It's not. It's attack against all crypto. XRP, Solana, Ethereum, everything. It's an attack against all of them. So the likes of Tommy Lee, his company would be delisted too.
The Ethereum one he got in.
He's extremely heavy into Ethereum.
Poor old Tommy.
80% into Ethereum. Well, that's over the 50% threshold. So really, they'll be trying to destroy the whole crypto market in one go. Do you think the US government's going to allow that? They're on the verge of passing the Clarity Act. They really are. It's already been passed in the House. It's up in the Senate, and the Senate's only wanting to change a few of the words, and it's got bipartisan support, Democrats and Republicans. So they've already met the threshold. It's just a matter of when they're going to put it through, and the consensus is it's going to go through next month with flying colors. And then they're going to come out in January and go against the government. I don't think they can do it. I really don't. I think there would be a major lawsuit if they did. Right now, I can see a lawsuit coming up on JP Morgan because they're going against Choke Point 2.0. It was an executive order. You cannot debank people for owning crypto, and they're doing it. So they're just basically saying to the government, we're going to do what we want. We're the big banks. We're the big, most powerful bank in the US, JP Morgan. We're going to do exactly what we want and screw you. It ain't going to wash.
Okay.
I think we're going to see a lot of exciting times moving forward. And maybe now is not the good time to be invested in JP Morgan.
Yeah. So the options markets, I tend to follow those extensively. There's what's called the maximum pain level. And that typically dictates where the most option contracts that expire, say in the money, the market makers tend to try and gravitate the price to that. And the indication for December on that is Bitcoin at 105, so 100 to 105 pricing,
right? And
strategy at around 240. So the option markets are calling. We think there's a hell of a good chance that we're going to see Bitcoin jump dramatically. Well, 15,000, say, and strategy maybe 70 bucks a share. Hey, time will tell.
That's enough to liquidate JP.
It would, and that's why I say, geez, when you start delving into the background, let's say the noise, get rid of the noise and you start looking at the numbers, the option markets are pretty good indication
of where the market's going.
So anyways, now on a brighter note, there is some positives in the market. The markets have been, up and down, it seems. Had a good day there Monday, not so good yesterday, but Tesla, which is, in our bags, was holding steady.
Up $1 last night.
Yeah, and up big time Monday. So that's still to me a good buy. And I've got Google now on my radar. I've had it for about a week, and Jesus, looking to get in, but the thing has jumped dramatically. So I'm kind of waiting on a pullback on that. And Google has developed this chip that they're recommending, and people now, Meta, I think, is getting on board to maybe use it in their platforms to give NVIDIA a bit of a run. And there was nobody really other than Broadcom maybe giving NVIDIA any run for their money.
Now, did you see what's happened to NVIDIA lately?
It's down.
Exactly. And they gave out their best quarterly earnings report since the company was incepted. Their best.
Yeah.
And it's down. There is definitely market manipulation going on.
Yeah. Well, or possibly fear, with Google, if Google is going to be successful, and it's good to have competitors, competition's good. But I still think long-term NVIDIA is like a buy, don't trade type of thing. Hold, don't trade, should say. you know, it's probably a good entry point on it.
Mm.
They still have a unbelievable backlog. I think the last stat was they got 12 orders for every one produced. So Jesus, that's going to take a while
To fill, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what's on my radar. Yeah, I do a lot of options trading to generate income to live in Thailand. So that's why I do follow the option market extensively. But and last point, just getting back to Bitcoin and strategy, that, you know, Bitcoin running up will pull strategy, strategy will pull Misty,
Yeah.
which a lot of people I know follow the channel are into. So again, guys, it's like a hurry up and wait type of scenario. I wouldn't be getting out of any of those three assets I just mentioned. I'd be hanging on and wait for the turnaround, because it will come.
Yeah.
I've been here before, seen it before.
Ditto.
I ain't worried.
No.
My strategy's down half of what my entry was in. I'm not concerned. I still continue to collect option premiums, waiting for the things to turn, and they will.
Yeah. And we already got rid of Gensler. He's gone. Next one is Powell. He's going in May. And the consensus is right now with the market makers is that the new Fed chair is going to start off cutting rates. They want to get it down to 1% interest rates, which is currently sitting between 4.5% to 5%. Fantastic. That means some big rate cuts. That means the bull run for crypto is nowhere near over, if that's going to happen.
Yeah, and I think now the poly market has
rate
an
cut
80%,
85%,
85%
as of this
now
morning
for December. So that's,
rate
I
cut.
think they're only 14 or 15 days away from announcing.
10th.
Or is that? Oh, well, that's
10th
good.
of December.
And that'll support the markets.
The next chair meeting. Yeah.
That'll support the markets. So.
I believe so too. So let's get started on today's show. See who we got on the live stream, and let us know your thoughts on the latest news that's coming out of the USA of what's going on between the big banks and crypto. And we'll read your comments live on air. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and wait 1 minute. That's it. We said at the bare minimum. It doesn't cost you a penny. You can put your comments in. We'll read it out live on air. And please, if you're watching, give us a thumbs up too. It's free. It doesn't cost you a penny.
Makes everyone smile. What a sale. Looking forward to some interesting discussions tonight. Hello to CBD and all the gang in the land of smile.
And hello, what a sale from Pattaya, Thailand.
Scotty Caswell, let's talk money. Thank you.
Oh, we are.
Channel member there, Scotty. Thank you.
And thank you to everybody that's got that badge next to their name, supporting the channel for only $2 a month. Much appreciated.
Nomad Jack and the lovely Pinky. Good morning, gang. Great greet and meet last night. Yes, at Fraser's. Now give us some good crypto news. Well, the bottoms are in, I think, Jack.
The bottoms are definitely in. And it's time for it to move up. And that rate cut next month on the 10th, I think is really going to help the crypto market.
Yeah. I was talking to a few of the boys at the meet and greet last night and I, you know, a lot of them are into altcoins, you know. Personally, I only like Bitcoin and Solana. But, you know, there's some of them, Ethereum, they got belief in. My son-in-law's into Ethereum. Like, hello, I wouldn't do it. But XRP is still popular. SUI, HBAR, I think it's called. But anyways, I think once Bitcoin runs, it'll pull the rest of them. But if it was my money, I'd only be sticking in Bitcoin or Solana, guys. So that's just my opinion.
And last night was the last meet and greet of this year.
Yeah, well, one more month left, but December, everyone's going to be at.
Yeah, you're in Australia. I'm on a cruise ship in Asia with the kids and a few of our subscribers that are coming to join us for their very first cruise. Never been on a cruise before and want to come join us. So it's going to be a blast over Christmas. So our next meet and greet will be in January.
Third Tuesday of the month.
Third Tuesday of the month.
Correct. Is it the fourth? Fourth Tuesday.
Fourth Tuesday of the month. You got me confused now.
Yeah, the fourth Tuesday. Some months there's 5, and I know poor Troy showed up on the last Tuesday.
Yeah.
And it was the 5th, so there was nobody there. Roger Walker, good morning, good evening, Darlene, Cooper, and Brooke, and everyone. Thumbs up, make Darlene smile. Thank you,
And
Roger.
good morning to you too, Roger.
Thomas Stevens, good morning. After Sandisk got in the S&P on 24/11/25, do you see any hop left for MicroStrategy? Yeah,
I do. I think there's a good chance MicroStrategy is going to get in December. If not December, I say it's going to be in March. One of the two, it's going to get in.
I would have said December. Now with this FUD about MSCI, maybe they'll have to delay it for a quarter, but it writing's on the wall. It's not a matter if, it'll simply be when. And strategy, listen, just Bitcoin ain't going away. You know where the future is going to be, and the man with the biggest bag wins. That'd be Sailor.
And the SEC chair is pro crypto. So I think Strategy's got an excellent chance of getting in the S&P 500 next month.
Good. Yeah, let's
and
hope
we'll
so.
know the first Friday in December. That's when the announcement's made after the market closes.
Thomas Stevens, good morning. No, we already got that.
Yeah.
Richard Woolley, good day, everyone. Thumbs up.
Hello, Richard.
Ernesto Jones, good morning, CBD and gang. Glad to be back in the land of smiles. Came in from North Texas.
And it was good to see him last night at the meet and greet, too. We had 10 newbies turn up at the meet and greet, so absolutely great to meet them.
Did you see the T-shirt Ernie was wearing?
No, I didn't know.
I'm from North Texas. You know, yeah, like he's proud of that.
Yeah.
Ronald Reichert, good morning, CBD and tubers from Daytona Beach, Florida. Yes, I've been there several times.
Hello, Ronald.
Jay Jedible, good morning, all. Awesome meet and greet last night. Yes, now let's talk some money.
Yeah, he was there last night as well. First time at the meet and greet. Great to have him there and great to meet him in person.
He sat across from you, I think.
He did.
Yeah.
Very interesting fellow.
Yeah, Mike Doty and Little Mike. Brooke and Coop, what's up? The market is nuts. Great buying time. It is. A lot of things on sale. Let's go.
When you see the index at extreme fear, that's the time you want to buy. That's the dip indicators that everybody out there looks for. That's your bottom indicator when it's at extreme fear. When it's at neutral, hold.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it's at extreme greed, sell.
Yeah, that's good rule of thumb.
Right now, with the extreme fear, perfect opportunity to be buying right now in the markets.
You know, my nephew asked me to look at his portfolio, and Jesus, he was pretty heavy into oil and gases, you know, in the West. And I said, well, right, like, how are you doing on these? Well, they're doing well. I get a dividend, and you know, and they're near their all-time highs now. And I said, well, you might want to look at trimming some, take a bit off the table,
right,
and put it into maybe something like Tesla, and maybe Nvidia, you know, things like that, because they're down where the others are up. And so, yeah, we'll see what happens. He said, well, why they're good payers? I don't see the future in the oil and gas business. I think if anything, oil's going, you know, to $50 a barrel. You know what I mean? So
as EVs take off,
EVs are taking
less
off.
reliance on oil.
Yeah. So, anyways, just an opinion. Mr. 123, it's Mr. JD. Good morning from the Villages in Florida. Let's go Bitcoin.
Oh yeah,
nice area at the Villages. Wanderlust Asia. Morning, all. Bitcoin will get the 75K wick soon. I think before a rebound. I don't know if it's going to do that, but
it could do.
Yeah,
anything is possible right now.
Manipulations possible, possibly. And if it did it wouldn't stay long. It would be to wipe out some over leveraged longs.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then they'd be driving it back up. But
yeah,
don't be maybe betting on that happening as an entry level. If you never see it, you might not get in. You might want to slowly work in. If it does keep dropping, keep buying, you know. Mike Doty, praying for the flooding in Thailand and the Philippines. Hope everyone is safe.
Yeah,
never really got that flooding issue around here.
Not a drop of rain in the last week here.
I think Phuket got whacked, and I know
South Thailand got it hit hard.
Yeah. So I was checking on the map you remember we were down in Onang,
Mm-hmm.
and it was further south and further east
Then Phuket.
than Phuket. Yeah, and where we were. So, but they got it pretty bad.
Mm.
But I guess every 10 years they get it like that. And I'm talking, you know what I read there, Coop, it rained 24 inches of rain in 3 days.
Wow.
So constant. I mean, if you got 3 inches of rain in 3 days, that'd be a lot in the West. Get 24 inches in 3 days.
That's why we say location is important.
Yeah.
Choose where you want to live in Thailand.
We seem to be sheltered in this area.
Cove.
We are Cove.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get those storms. Like
No.
you'll see them offshore, and you can see it's pouring. You wouldn't want to be in a boat out there.
No.
But geez, we're dry as a bone here, and it's
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Wolf says, hello, everyone. Hello, Wolf. Welcome to the live stream.
Philip, hi. I heard that the best way to get into the digital financial market is to buy on the local markets for pennies on the dollar prior to being traded on international market. Is it true? What the heck is that?
Before stocks get listed on the exchange, maybe?
The digital financial market is to buy the local markets for pennies on the dollar. Not sure. Yeah, I mean, there's stock markets, stock exchanges, basically probably in most countries on the planet that are, industrialized or commercialized or, So, I mean, there's a Philippine stock market.
Thai stock market.
Yeah. So
one in every country
maybe that's
on the
what
planet.
he's referring to. Hey, there may be companies in there, but yeah, I don't research those, so I don't get involved. I stick with the big ones, which is the West. Mike Doty, these people love driving the prices down so they can buy. I do not trust Jamie Dimon at all. Yeah.
I think he's got caught with his pants down this time. Again.
Yeah.
Debanking Jack Mullers and several other bigwigs, going after MicroStrategy. 2 years ago, he got caught for doing the exact same thing, and he hasn't learned. He's doing it again. Well, Pam Bondi's going over after them right now. Good. For the Epstein files. Okay. So he's in a lot of hot water. And I guess he's trying to make money on his way down, is the way I see it.
Most of these talking heads you see, and it could be not only be on CNBC or Bloomberg, could be on X, and they, publish their podcast, whatever. So they're predicting, they're telling you this is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're going to benefit if it does. So in other words, like the big banks and these big so-called talking heads, if they're pushing something, it's because they win if it happens. So they're talking their own book, it's called. They want the price to go. Like, for example, JP Morgan with that, announcement and all that. You better believe, and you mentioned it, he shorted the stock.
Oh, he did big time.
Yeah, when the stock goes down, he's buying it back cheaper, making the money. So that's what's happening pretty well in every case. When you hear these talking heads putting out what's going to happen, it's because they're going to benefit when it does. So they're hoping people jump on the bandwagon. Yeah, we better sell. Well,
Yeah, he's trying to manipulate the market, and he's doing it with MicroStrategy.
That's been the history of markets since inception. So,
But you get caught, you get in big trouble.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
W Secrets to Success. Hello, gents. DC, meaning you. I saw the same negative report by JP Morgan. More importantly, it was an old report from 2024. Is my understanding correct? Maybe.
Well,
might have been,
yeah, where they got in trouble.
Now.
Where they got in trouble, it was right. It was in 2024. They caused the price of Bitcoin to drop by 25% and then bought in big time. And after threatening his staff, if they bought it, he was going to fire them.
I remember that.
Yeah. And that's where the lawsuit came in.
And it wasn't long after he was advertising for people to work in the crypto department. He was opening a department for crypto. So, like, there you go. Talking heads,
Yeah.
saying one thing and doing the opposite.
Exactly. That's called market manipulation, and it's against the law. So hence why they lost the court case.
Rick Price, good morning, tubers and Coopers and Brookers.
Good morning, Rich. says,
Says,
"Hi,
hi,
Wolf."
Wolf. Philip, hi. Sorry, I went and forgot the manners. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone.
It's okay, all good, Philip.
Oh,
Hello, Richard.
Hello, Richard. Love the matching T-shirt. Says 1, 2, 3. It's Mr. JD.
Yeah, when you get over here, you can have one too.
Wanderlust Asia. JPM are scum.
They are, and they're going to get it big time. This Pam Bondi, she is an evil woman. And I don't mean that in a bad way. What I mean is when she sets her eyes on somebody, she doesn't stop until the job's done.
When she gets a bee in her bonnet, she don't stop. Yeah.
I would not want to get on the wrong side of that woman. I'll tell you right now.
JP Morgan, I remember back when the Bitcoin ETFs were first announced. You know, BlackRock, we're going to
January last year.
I think there was 7 or 8 of the big funds were setting up, but you know who didn't? Vanguard.
Correct.
Nope, we are not letting any of our customers purchase any of this crypto Bitcoin stuff, right? And that went on for maybe a year. Then they, you know, did the knee. We will now take it because people were leaving them.
Exactly. Going to other exchanges so they could buy it. You know, moving over to IBKR, for example, you can buy any of them that are listed. You know, Vanguard, they were stopping them, so they moved to others.
So the point of that little anecdote, JP Morgan too will bend the knee and come back to Bitcoin eventually.
Yeah.
Mark my words.
I think they're in big trouble.
Might be after Jamie Dimon's gone. If he's gone, Dave, then
he may have to resign as CEO.
He's at that age now. Could be any day. You know, he's been there, done it. So Terry Fallon, there he is from Bancroft. Hello, guys. Special hello to Miss Darlena. Great to see you all.
And thank you, Terry. Good to see you too, buddy.
Richard Woolley, this sounds like market manipulation, or am I not getting it? No, it is.
Exactly what it is. You got it 100% there, Richard. That is exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to manipulate the market. They're going after the biggest holder of Bitcoin on the planet, MicroStrategy, and they're trying to short their shares and make a mint while doing it. Well, the writing's on the wall. See, years ago, they would have got away with this because we didn't have social media like we do today. All right. We had a pen and paper and a thing called the mailbox. And that's how information got out. Or you picked up the phone and you called your buddy. Now we have social media. We got YouTube, we got X, we got WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger, and so many different platforms to let the public know exactly what's going on. And believe me, these big YouTubers with 1 million+ followers are pumping this like there's no tomorrow. And letting everybody know these big accounts on X with 1 million+ followers are doing this. And if you follow the people that I follow on X, you'll see it. And everybody on there saying, I closed my JP Morgan account yesterday. I'm going to close it tomorrow. I'm buying MicroStrategy. Soon as the market opens tomorrow, I'm buying. Well, the market's not open tomorrow. It's Thanksgiving. There's only a 4-day week this week. So the markets will be closed tomorrow. So on Friday, I'm expecting that there's going to be a big buy in MicroStrategy. It's upset a lot of people. Don't forget, Trump won the popular vote by 3 million people. Why 3 million? Because there's 3 million people in America that own crypto. They lent him their vote. They're expecting him to fight this.
I think there's more than that now.
I think there's a lot more than that. It's probably closer to 4.5 million, if not double.
Yeah.
So they're expecting the government to fight this. And I think the government's going to come out shooting and fight this.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. I think we're in for some very interesting time. Next up,
Live and Learn with Mike. Good morning, DJ Cooper, Brooke, and Darlena.
Good evening to you, Mike. Good morning to us.
He goes on to say, just got back from deer hunting. Hope you were successful. Now 5 days to go. Happy, happy, happy. See you all soon.
Bring me some deer jerky.
Land of smiles.
I love deer jerky. You've had beef jerky? Wait until you try deer jerky. super, super tender and delicious.
Come to the land of smiles, guys. You can live here, damn nice life, and boy, it's affordable. And
For 20% of the cost of the West.
yeah, exactly. And you know, everyone who's here, you can see them at the meet and greet. All smiles, markets. Well, we're still doing. You know what I mean? They were just happy they're in the land of smiles. If you're struggling in the West to make ends meet and surviving, you come here, you'll save money, and you have a happier life. You know what I mean? So,
well, we had 2 new subscribers turn up last night. You know where they're from? Korea, South Korea. Husband and wife came over, said, we've been following you.
there.
We've been following your channel. We want to come over here. We want to meet you, and we want to join the community.
Nice. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I like the diversification of the group that we created.
Getting wild. There was more than just 2 new people there. I think
there was
about
10
of them.
10 new people turned up last night.
But
Just arrived.
Interesting with Korea, like you say.
Terry Fallon.
Usually it's the West, Canada, the States, a lot from Australia. You get smattering from Europe, but now you're getting even Asians coming. You know, Terry Fallon says there's a world of hurt coming in the States when suppliers sell out of their pre-tariff stock and have to up the prices because of the tariffs. Yeah, time will tell. Sometimes they absorb part of it, and you know, depending what it is. So, yeah, things are expensive. Missed Health 2025. Looks
Donnie.
like Andy Don, Mr. XRP. Crypto slaughter mainly caused by the USA shutdown. That had a lot to do with it. Repo markets started breaking. No money. Massive market manipulation by the big boys. No money, no honey. Liquidity. Yeah.
Well, there's not a lot of liquidity in the market. We know that. But why did crypto fall? Crypto loves it when the market goes down because crypto always goes up. Well, it's the likes of MSCI and JP Morgan that are causing the turmoil that we're seeing right now in the crypto market, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, Donnie's he's a big XRP man. He believes in it, and many do. They call it the XRP army, I think. But he's the same as us. He needs Bitcoin to start running, which will pull all the alts with it. So it's we're on the same boat there, Donnie.
Oh yeah, XRP is down at low $2 right now.
Yeah.
And it was up above $3. So
At
it's
one
down
time, yeah, not that
33%
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Robert Pierpont, Terry Fallon. That's why you steer clear of anything retail related in the stock market. He's talking about the tariffs, I think, affecting some of the retail stocks. Wanderlust Asia. The next support for MicroStrategy is 111.
No.
Oh, I think there's a lot of support levels before that's hit.
I think the support right now for MicroStrategy is at 165. It hit that, but very briefly. I was watching the stock market last night. It hit 165 for like 5 seconds, and then it shot up above 170. So there was a lot of buy orders at MicroStrategy at 165.
You're basically getting Bitcoin at a discount with the share price.
20% discount.
I don't know if it's that high, but it's
well, their NAV premium's now at 0.8.
Well, that is quite a bit then. So
yeah, 20%
yeah,
discount
so
to Bitcoin.
For it to go down to 111, you'd have to have Bitcoin probably get down to
60,
70, but I don't see that happening at all.
No. Ditto.
And I wouldn't be selling. I'm not selling regardless because I know the future. I know where Bitcoin's going to be. I don't know where it's going to be in 2 weeks or 2 months. But I can tell you in 2 years it's going to be a lot higher.
Oh, a heck of a lot higher.
A hell of a lot higher. Well, guess what? Strategy will be the same in 2 and 5 years. So it's a long-term hold for me. Hopefully bounce at 171 first, says Wanderlust Asia.
Well, it's at 174.07 as we speak right now. MicroStrategy is up 1.09% in after hours trading. So it's at 174.07. That's what it says right there, folks. So you guys can see it. And that is up to date on IBKR.
Good.
So coming back up nicely. It went up 5%. Then it went down 3.8%. Now it's up 1%. So
next, please. Richard Woolley, I love tariffs. You're getting a check soon. Oh, he's talking about the stimulus.
The
check.
$2,000 check.
The stimmy check.
I
yeah,
can't
we'll
wait
see
for
it.
that.
I'll believe when I see it, buddy.
That's me in the casino back in business on the
Jesus.
next cruise ship.
Terry Fallon and Robert Pierpont, exactly. Good advice. There we go. Danny Don, sailors sinking MicroStrategy, dilution NAV below 1, Vanguard and BlackRock selling today. Sailors should be doing stock buybacks instead of buying Bitcoin. No S&P 500. So he's made a lot of predictions there.
Yeah.
Donnie has. I don't think sailors sinking it. He stopped the dilution recently, Don. I do agree with Don, though, on the buyback.
He should be.
I would almost say, and I'm a firm believer, buy as much Bitcoin as you can. But yeah, that stock is so cheap, you might want to start buying it back.
Well, if you remember, you and I were watching their earnings call about 6 months ago. All right. And they said in there that they would not sell the common shares to buy Bitcoin, diluting the shares, if the NAV premium was below 2. If it was above 2, they would sell the common shares to buy more Bitcoin. If it was below 2, they would use the ATM of the preferred shares, not diluting the shareholders of MicroStrategy. And they also said in that earnings call, and I remember this verbatim, Burke, if the NAV premium got below 1, they would look at buying back the shares to bring the NAV premium back above 1.
Good.
Well, we're at 0.8 something right now.
Yeah.
Where's the buyback?
Well, they might be looking at it. So,
yeah,
it would be a smart financial decision. As far as the last point, the no S&P, I think, Donnie, it's a matter of when, not if. So hopefully it's this December, but if not, next quarter. They only do the quarter.
Yeah, so every 3 months.
Yep, we'll see. All this FUD eventually will level out, and common sense will return, and then you'll see it get included, because it's going to be one of the biggest companies out there.
It is. And think about it. How many attempts did Tesla have before they got in?
Yeah, they had to wait a few quarters.
Exactly. So,
Terry Fallon, Richard Woolley, I'm Canadian, but I have to ask, are you serious? I don't know what he's I think about the love and tariffs.
We are getting a check soon. I don't know. I love tariffs, he says.
Yeah, that's why he's getting the check from the tariff money. Haven't got my check yet, Terry, so the jury's out.
Yeah, I haven't got mine either.
Getting no stimmy checks, I can tell you that. Richard Woolley agreed. Okay. I love buying lottery tickets, says Billy Mayfield. I put half my paycheck in every week. Better get in now.
No. No. That's one thing I wouldn't be buying is lottery tickets.
Yeah. W Secret says, just bought a small bag of MicroStrategy since it's down 3/4 over the past month. Yeah, buy and hold it. I think you'll be quite happy.
Yeah. MicroStrategy is down this year about 60%. And Bitcoin is down like 35%. So whenever Bitcoin goes down, say Bitcoin went down 2% like it did last night, MicroStrategy should go down 3%. Okay, because it's a leverage play. But when Bitcoin goes up 2%, MicroStrategy should go up 3%. So that's the way to play MicroStrategy and the odds.
Aren't you a mathematical wizard? Goodbye.
I'm a hodler.
Goodbye. Terry Fallon says, Billy Mayfield, I invest heavily in great meals, steak, and good wine. They always outperform. Wow, there you go. So
yeah,
he loves to make investments in different things.
And I can give you guys a tip. If you ever go to a casino, there's one machine that you will never lose on. You always get your money
at the ATM.
The ATM machine.
Oh, well, here we go. Sad jokes. Dandy Don says Bitcoin needs to hold 86,623 in December 1, or look out below. XRP outperforms Solana, Brooke. You still have time to sell and buy your XRP. Oh, he's a true blue XRP
I know,
man.
he loves.
We gotta love Donnie for that.
I do.
That's what makes the market.
Yeah. Wonderlust, laughing out loud at
Billy
Billy.
Mayfield. Live and learn with Mike. I bought more XRP. I'm filling my crypto bank up. Okay, well,
I think there's a lot of room for upside, especially next year after the new Fed chair comes in. and the
Mikey's
rate
part of
cuts
the
come in.
XRP army, and Dandy Don is the general.
Mm.
Ernesto Jones, Brooke, if you can't beat them, join them. I am vastly outnumbered here with this North Texas crap. Ernie's from Oklahoma, guys, just so you know. But I never knew that Oklahoma was referred to by Texans
As North Texas.
As North Texas.
That is true.
And we
yes.
have several Texans here, and they all agreed, oh, yeah, he's from North Texas. You know? So Ernie says he's outnumbered, and here's this Canadian guy, you know, loading on the poor guy. So I maybe have to stop that, Ernie.
And my wife loves me, Brooke. She's at the market with your wife, and look what she bought me for lunch. A rack of ribs.
Oh,
There you go. There's my lunch today, folks. Barbecue ribs.
Barbecue ribs. Yeah.
$3 for a rack of ribs here in Thailand. Can't beat it.
No, that'll fill you. Terry Fallon, Coop grilled an excellent beef tenderloin with a Caesar salad yesterday. Please get that barbecue going when I get here.
Well, speaking of the barbecue, I have news on that as front as well. I was speaking to Gary, the owner of Fraser's, at the meet and greet last night, and he said to me, he had some barbecues on display there. Did you notice that?
No, I
in
didn't.
The door.
Where were they?
And right as the main door when you come in on the left.
Oh, I didn't even.
And then he had a big poster at the back of the room before you go to the toilets. And I said, Gary, what's this all about? I said, I've been looking for a charcoal barbecue. I don't want gas. I don't want the smoker with the pellets. I want charcoal. I said, this one here is nice, but what I really need is one double that size, because I like to make ribs and barbecue chicken. And he said, I used to work for this company. He says, no problem. He says, I'll get you one at cost.
Oh, wow.
He says, check your line out tomorrow. He says, I'll send you the details. He says, you'll pay 0% on top. He says, I'll get it to you at cost, what it costs us to make it.
Nice.
I said, fantastic. Yes, please.
Yeah.
He says, you've been doing a lot of business with us over the last 2 years. You've given us a lot, and you've never asked for a penny. He said, this is my thank you to you. You can have it at
well,
cost.
That's good. Yeah, right place, right time.
Mm.
The good karma
So
you
stay
put out,
tuned.
Coop, will come back. Wanderlust Asia, do you guys actually do technical analysis, Coop? Question mark. Read the charts. That 75K Bitcoin wick is there, and wicks usually get taken. Yeah, it's the the market manipulators, let's say, might drive it down to get out the leverage longs, but
to liquidate them.
Yeah, I don't think it'll hit there, Wanderlust, but
But you're halfway right there. Well, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I agree with you halfway on there. There's a hell of a lot of buy orders sitting down at 75 right now on Bitcoin that people have put it in case it does wick down to that 75 to buy. So maybe that's the new floor. It could be. But what's Bitcoin sitting at right now, Dad?
I think it's around 86.
86, 87?
Hang on, I'll just double checking here. Go in here.
Moving on along, I'll read the next one. Ken Beck says energy companies will have good growth as the AI revolution takes off. 87, 9 almost. We'll call it 88. Almost 88. So yeah, still hanging in there. And he says, just need to make sure you're in the right energy companies. Yeah, Tesla's good in the energy market right now with their battery packs that they're putting out in the markets all around the world. They're putting these battery packs for countries that are having a problem with electricity, including big time in Europe right now.
Yeah, I think there's a company I do have on the radar, Constellation Energy, that check it out. They might win. But I think they're the ones that are resurrecting 3 Mile Island. So they're into a bit of the nuclear too. So there's going to be a huge demand for energy going forward. And unfortunately, China's way, way ahead of the US in, developing energy. They say that's going to be the key, because to power all these AI engines and companies wanting to run these NVIDIA chips, they need energy. So,
well, Speaking of that, ironically, my X feed was going off crazy this morning that apparently Trump signed an AI energy bill, executive order last night in the US. I haven't been able to get any more information about that, if it's true or not, but my X feed has been going off crazy on that. If you guys have heard something, let us know in the comments, because we tend to get news here a little bit after the fact in Thailand that compared to you guys in the US.
Wanderlust Asia, who's invested in commodities? Not me.
No.
You know,
Don't touch
copper, gold, silver, you know, wheat, corn. Those are all commodities. But yeah, and there's a few. I mean, copper, they say, look at, you know, that price will determine, because they need a lot of copper wire and all these AI data centers they're building. So yeah, everyone's got their own niche.
It's Rod from Retire on Dividends. Says,
what's going on, guys?
What's going on, Rod? What are you doing on your channel, buddy? I miss the good old days when he used to give a full and utter breakdown on Misty, and he stopped doing it. And I'm like, Rod, come back, please, please come back. I want to know what's going on with their synthetics, where they're at, how many synthetics they got, what are their covered calls, what are their puts. You know, I want to know what their Friday close price is on the shares. You know, I need this information. And Rod stopped doing it, and he's been going into other funds like Round Hill and other yield
he's
max
got a
funds.
life, and
I miss it.
Yeah.
Misty was my favorite point of watching him. Okay, I know Misty's gone down. It had a 5 billion market cap. Now it's at 2 billion market cap, but it will go back up when Bitcoin and strategy makes a run.
Bitcoin to run
But
strategy.
I miss it. Rod, please bring it back. If only one day a week, Rod, please bring it back. I miss it.
That might be the happy medium. Goes on to say, oh, evening, Rod, says Wolf.
Yeah, he watches this show too.
Captain Action, hit that like button. Make Darlena smile.
Yes, please. It's free. It doesn't cost you a penny.
Tampa.
Pound that thumbs up button. It's free, folks.
Robert Pierpont, why NVIDIA had a drop the day after earnings has been down, and the earnings info was half truth at best. And once people realized that it wasn't good, they definitely didn't tell the real truth. I think NVIDIA did tell the truth. I think it was a knockout quarter. And I think this is a temporary lull in their action. Now, they've got competition coming from Google, but because they're first in, you know, first to the well, let's say, and don't kid yourself. So apparently this Google chip they've developed is as good or better than, you know, NVIDIA's, at least for certain purposes and companies, right? And a lot more affordable. Okay, so there you go. But don't kid yourself, NVIDIA ain't sitting still. They got the next generation and maybe 2 generations already on the boards, near probably getting ready to get released in the early next quarter. So we'll see what happens. I still a firm believer in NVIDIA's a safe bet.
Well, I just look at the buy orders. Like you said, for every one chip, there's 12 buyers waiting for, you know, their turn to get their chip. And that's all positive in the market.
Tremendous amount of shares being traded in NVIDIA. So it's a very widely held stock. So
Captain Action gifted 1 Coopersthaiadventure membership. So one person right now is going to get that badge next to their name, and it's completely random. We don't get any choice in who gets it. So if it's you, just give him a thumbs up and thank you, because he just paid $2 for you to be a member to the channel for 1 full month.
Wow.
Thank you, Henry. Much appreciated. Rod says, hello, Wolf.
Terry Fallon, Captain Action. How's it going down in Florida, Henry?
Yeah. And if you're still watching, Rod, message me and let's set up a conference call and have a chat, buddy.
Captain Action. Hello, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene. Hi in the chat. Okay, here we go. Alfa Romeo. There he is. Good evening, gents. From Stony Creek, Ontario. Hope everyone is doing well. We are in the land of smiles, and you'll be here soon.
Yeah, he's only a short timer now, about 2 weeks away from getting here.
Yep. Can't wait, I'll bet. Terry Fallon, Alfa Romeo. It's countdown time for you. It is. Biggest Chris. Jamie Dimon is no different than Nancy Pelosi. They are both lifelong crooks and will never be in prison like you and I would be if we played those games. They have enough money to stay out of jail.
And I believe that too.
Oh yeah.
If you got enough money, you can get the best lawyers on the planet, and they can delay things 20 years, and you'll never see a courtroom.
Nancy Pelosi has been one of the
Luckiest, I'll call it.
luckiest, best, call it investors of all time.
I'll play the PC role, and I'll say luckiest.
Compared to her net worth when she entered politics to now, it's amazing. But it's all her husband's doing. Yeah, he doesn't know a stock from a hammer. Retire on dividends. You guys invest in STRC.
Now, that is the 10% dividend payment paid out by MicroStrategy quarterly. So it's 10% annual dividend, but they pay out the dividend in quarters.
Yeah.
In 4 quarters.
I would say no, neither one of us do, Rod. But to me, it's like a money market fund. Now, I'll tell you who does. And he took all his spare cash out of and he put it into STRC is Jamie from Invest Answers. So, so it's kind of like his dry powder. It doesn't fluctuate much in price, the share that is.
They're trying to keep it at $100.
Yeah, they'll keep it at $100. So it's kind of like a stable coin, although it's not a coin. And yet he's getting a return while he's waiting. And it's his dry powder. So if he needs money, he's got access to it quick. Yeah. So no, we don't currently, probably because my money's invested. I wish I had more dry powder because things are on sale.
I'm definitely going to be looking at that during the bear market, though, to bring in more dry powder to keep buying the dips.
Okay.
For the next bull run.
Wolf, I have a little. That's what I use for my cash between investments. Yeah. That's what we talked about.
I know a few people that are doing it. Yeah.
Captain Action. Hello, Terry. Hello. Nice 80-degree day here down in Tampa. Stay warm up there. Terry's in Bancroft, so it won't be anywhere near that
Throw another log on the fire.
Yeah, throw another log on the fire is right. Put another blanket on. Terry Fallon, Captain Action. The wood stove is cooking tonight. Ooh, it's keeping them cozy.
Currently 88 degrees here in Thailand.
Beautiful weather.
Fantastic.
It's actually an ideal time of year. Yeah. And next month will be the same. So we're laughing. Wolf goes on to say, also have 2 shares of SATA, Strive's preferred stock, to see how it does. It pays more than STRC. Never heard of that, SATA.
SATA. That's a new one on me too.
Yep. These preferred stocks, they can pay these dividends, I guess you'd call them, interest payments, whatever. Robert Pierpont, market manipulation isn't really illegal. It's fine when caught. It's a fine, sorry. You can make $50 million on manipulation and pay $1 million fine. Oh, wrap your knuckles. It's worth it. You make 50 and have to pay 1. Yeah, well, that's, numbers game there.
You're somewhat right there, Robert. I do agree with you in a large respect, but it's the reputation that's the cost, not how much you pay in fine. It's how much you lose by people pulling out of your fund.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing to do with them. They're crooks, is what people are saying right now with JP Morgan on X. I'm not saying it. They're saying it. And there's a large community of crypto people on X with over 1 million followers, and all their followers are like, I'm pulling out. Let's short them. Let's teach them a lesson. Let's buy MicroStrategy right now. We're going to raise the price of MicroStrategy by 50%. We're going to liquidate them and teach them a lesson. Don't mess with crypto.
We do need legislation. We need the government to get the Clarity Act through. And there'll be other legislation to follow to make this type of manipulation illegal. It's illegal, if you're looking at the NASDAQ and the S&P and trying to wash trade stocks and, get insider information. That's all illegal in collusion. But, there's no such thing. It's like the Wild West with crypto and the Bitcoin markets. And, so we definitely need the government to get off their ass and, start passing legitimate legislation.
And it's like Brooke said earlier in the live stream, he's watching the market where MicroStrategy and Bitcoin are projected to be next month, and where people are putting their puts and their calls, And they're putting puts and calls at MicroStrategy around $230,
$240.
$240.
Maximum pain level, which typically they'll want to put the price at the market makers.
So it looks like the market makers are going along with what people are saying on X. Yeah, MicroStrategy is going to go up, and this is where we think it's going to go. And guess what, JP Morgan? Bye-bye to all your hard-earned money that the millions of shares that you bought. It's going to get liquidated.
Yeah, we'll see. Time will tell. The big boys, they typically always make money. Mikey says, little Mike says, Brooke and Coopy are smart. Damn, watch those guys. Alfa Romeo, show me the money, Jerry Maguire. Yep, that was a famous line. Yep, I'm taking a financial hit. We all are.
Yeah.
I stopped looking at my portfolio and just buying as much as possible on the dips. Yes.
That's basically what I'm doing in a nutshell. I'm buying more MicroStrategy. I bought last Friday, I bought another 20 shares of MicroStrategy.
Yeah, bring your average cost down big time. And
exactly.
Yep. Same with my nephew. He's now this is probably his first big downtrend. And he's there. I says, well, look at it just means you haven't done your research. Do more research on the stocks you own.
Yeah.
And then you'll sleep at night because you know where they're going. There's going to be blips on the road, turns in the road on the, before you get to the final destination. So that's just normal life. But I've been through enough of these in my time. I don't panic. I don't get excited. If I had money, I'd buy more. You know what I mean? And because you know where it's going to be eventually, up and to the right.
If you track MicroStrategy from their first buy of Bitcoin, their MNAV has spent more time above 2 than it has below 1.
Yep, true on that.
So that's what I'm playing. We're well below 1 at 0.8 right now. That coil is going to spring and it's going to go way back above 2. And it was at its high point. I think its MNAV was 5. Its highest inflection point was at 5. Last year it was at 3.5.
1.5 is probably where it's going.
Yeah.
And it's called reversion to the mean. Now, that's one of the trusted, most followed, and actually factual guides is called reversion to the mean. So when things oscillate up or down from the mean, the tendency is to always go back to the mean.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So we are so far below the NAV premium on strategy that when it does go to reversion to the mean, say it's 1.5, that's an easy double.
Exactly. So, where it is now.
Yep. I believe in that. Running Man says market open tomorrow, day before Turkey Day.
It's open tonight, so our time. That'll be
here
tomorrow for the US.
Yeah. So Thursday they're closed. They'll open Friday for half a day. I think till 1 o'clock, and then that's it till Monday.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. We need the markets to be 24/7.
I agree.
Alfa Romeo, wishing all my American friends and family a happy Turkey Day tomorrow.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to all of our viewers in the West, in America, and around the world. People celebrate Thanksgiving all over the planet. So even here in Thailand, it's celebrated. So and you can buy turkeys here.
Yeah, Romeo's Canadian, so he already had his Thanksgiving in October. And if he was here now,
he'd be having another one.
Yeah, second one, Romeo. Come on. Terry Fallon, guys, always enjoy your live streams and Brock Snitter's positivity. Do your research, guys, and you'll be positive on the stocks you own. And
it's 20 past 9, and it's getting warm in here. I need to turn that fan on. I'm sweating a little bit. 1 second.
There's no aircon on today, so now
that's been cool weather.
Yeah.
Next up,
Alfa Romeo, Terry, the retailers, distributors, and the end consumers are just starting to feel the price increases. Talking about the tariffs here. Once Xmas shopping is done and products need to be recorded and restocked, prices will be going up.
That much higher, he says. Yeah.
Time will tell, boys. We'll wait and see. Rick Price, even with the drop in Bitcoin or MicroStrategy, are most people that had those in their portfolios last January still ahead?
No. Everybody would be down.
Yeah. It depends when they got in. But yeah, it hasn't been that low in a while. So it's, some long-term holders maybe aren't, but you know.
Well, you think this time last year, MicroStrategy was at $500 a share,
Yeah.
and now it's trading at 170.
So I've been in strategy for got to be 4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've consistently sold calls, out of the money calls against my stock. So
Yeah.
I've actually been able, and I use that money to live on, but you can also look at it as reducing your average cost in your share. So, but yeah, so, it's just, I know enough about the company that I'm not concerned or worried, and we'll see. I think December, January, we're going to see a nice rebound. Alfa Romeo, I'm currently placing my orders for the 2027 lineup. Prices went up once again. Now he's talking about his bike. He buys them from Europe, I believe. And prices are up on the new bikes he's having to buy. So, probably the same bike is now up in value. And, you negotiate with the companies he does, and he's into very, very high end. Like his bikes are used in the Tour de France, Tour de Italy's.
Yeah.
They're not the Walmart specials.
No, they're several $1,000s a bike.
I think he told, one time he said 25,000. What the hell? Do people buy that? Oh shit, lots buy too. His and hers.
Yeah.
So it's people with the big coin. And I think he's been doing it 30 years, so he knows it inside out.
Yeah.
Wanderlust Asia, Texas just bought 10 million worth of Bitcoin. Yeah,
they sure did.
We did,
and they put it in their strategic Bitcoin reserve. So Texas passed the legislation earlier this year that they were going to form a strategic Bitcoin reserve, the first to do it out of the U.S. And they just bought their first $10 million worth of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
To start the strategic Bitcoin reserve fund. Now all we need is POTUS to do the same.
Correct. Terry Fallon, Alfa Romeo. Yep. Wolfie, I'm up on my Misty about 20% in total return, but started buying in August 2024.
So his dividends have paid him out, and he's now playing with house money.
Yeah.
And he's still up 20%. And still collecting dividends.
And that would have been a very high price he entered into Misty back then, I'm sure. So guys, there you go. There's an example.
Probably about $30.
Yeah. There's an example of a guy that's held his Misty, through thick and thin, and he's up. So maybe, it's time to just bite the bullet and hang on,
He's playing with house money. Why sell?
Yeah. And he continues to get a weekly check. So good.
Now all we need is retire on dividends to start going back into Misty and show us what's going on, because I think we're in for a big uptrend.
I know you already gave your rant on that earlier.
Yeah, come on, Rod. Don't let us down, buddy.
Wolf goes on to say, I only need 2.18 cents per share and I will have everything I invested back. So maybe in February 2026 or 218, sorry. And I'm not buying any more until it is paid for completely.
Yeah.
Misty right now is probably a buy, but
at $7, it's a hell of a buy.
I think so.
But it did dip down as low as $5, so it's back up $2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alpha says, where's the lineup to collect the checks? He's talking the stimmy checks. It's in USD funds, correct? Not Canadian pesos?
Yeah, you don't get one. You're not an American citizen, buddy.
No. Come on. Carney, he's our prime minister. No, I don't think he's going to be sending any money out. Kenny Beck says, been using Grok. I do that extensively, Kenny. And potential retirement portfolio scenarios. It's saying I can retire this time next year. Brooke may be my Dusset condo agent in Brooksville. Yeah.
In Brooksville. Now you're calling it Brooksville.
Well,
when I moved out and it was Coopersville, I said, now it's Brooksville. And you're like, no, it's not Brooksville. It'll never be Brooksville.
He hasn't even been back to swim in the pool, guys. Yeah. Okay. Love them and forget them.
I've only been out 3 months and you've already taken over. Look at that.
Oh, Jesus. It's still nice there. I haven't noticed as much tourism this year.
No, tourism
it's high season, and there's more than the lows, I'd say, but nothing dramatic. So we'll see. Well, the the numbers come in. Maybe January is going to have a big, tourism spike, but who knows, guys? We'll see. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Now,
I like Rock Kenny. I use it a lot, guys.
now I have an announcement before we get on with any further comments. And I've been listening to our subscribers, folks. I always listen to what you guys say, and I've heard a lot of the angst in the air going around from another YouTuber that filmed a video with an immigration agent in the area, and there was some FUD put out. And I've been speaking to Singh religiously nonstop, our favorite agent, for 3 days now. He is going to come on Saturday night, and we're going to have a live stream together. And he's going to set the record straight.
Wow.
Because there's FUD been put out there. The record needs straightening. He's gone to his best friend, the head of immigration here in Jomtien, and said, what is going on? Are these things that are being put out in social media true? And he's got all the answers. So tune in this Saturday. There's not going to be a panel. There'll be no link to join a panel this Saturday only, because I think this is very important. A lot of people are worried that they may have to move out of their condo because a Westerner owns the condo and they're not going to renew their retirement visa. Well, he's been and got the answers. And he's going to tell you himself. I'm not going to tell you right now because it needs to come from his mouth.
Tune in Saturday.
So join in Saturday. Ask your questions. He's going to be here and he'll stay until the last question's answered. And he's going to tell you straight what he has learned from the horse's mouth from immigration.
That live stream is 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Thai time.
Saturday
and
night.
8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
So, tune in and watch.
It's going to be a good one.
Singh is a very knowledgeable, speaks fluent Thai, fluent English. And
his wife is a paralegal for the immigration department here in Jomtien.
Yeah. So
so stay tuned and make sure you come on and join that one, because if you're one of those people that are in the boat scared about what's going on, visa changes, rules, extensions, all that, he's going to give you all the facts, exactly what is happening.
Yeah, so even if you're here, you'd be wise to tune in.
And those that are not here,
those that are not here specifically, that'll be a great godsend to watch. So
exactly.
Yep. El Promeo says, Coop, a Bitcoin limit buy at 78,000 sounds wonderful to me.
Yeah, because it may not dip down to 75.
No.
There's a lot of buy orders at 75. I must admit, there's a hell of a lot of buy orders at 75. And there's a lot of sell orders between 100 and 115 right now.
Yeah.
So that's where we're sort of sitting in the middle. Which way it's going to go, don't know.
I don't think we'll see that.
If it does hit down to 75, it's only going to be there for seconds, literally, because people are going to be buying it and driving the price back up.
Rick Price, I looked in the mirror and thought, you handsome devil. Then I realized my dog was behind me. Yeah.
If you come over here to Thailand, you'll hear that all the time in the bars.
You're a handsome man.
You're a handsome man, yes.
You can be 75 years old and, 100 pounds overweight. You're still a handsome man.
Oh, in Thailand, you are, buddy.
You are. So there's the good news. Robert Pierpont, if you believe MicroStrategy will go up a good amount in the next, say, 6 months, by 10 months out, in the money calls with at least a 0.7 delta, you will make far more money on those calls than you will make on the shares.
Well, right now, the call options aren't that good on MicroStrategy, I must admit. You can't go out 3 months and put a call option at $600 a share.
No.
There's no options for it. So
no money in it.
There's no money in it. What you need is Bitcoin to make a run, MicroStrategy to make a run, then put a call option in. That's when you make your big bucks.
Yeah. And anyways, it's an interesting game. Before you do anything though in options, and I've got some buddies from Canada, David, he's a good guy. Guys, go research what options are. Get the basics, learn the terminology. YouTube videos are great for it. Basic understanding. I use covered calls, which is less risky than just owning stock. I'm not a believer in just having naked calls, guys, because hey, that can,
and whatever you do not use leverage. That's where you get liquidated and you lose it.
My nephew, he's into options selling puts. It's another way to generate an income living here. So anyways, yeah, do your research first on what options are, how the markets work, learn the terminology, and then you become familiar and you'll be able to sleep at night. All right. Terry
and
Fallon,
Rich Price made Terry laugh.
laughing out loud. Robert Pierpont, I wasn't being specific to JP Morgan when I said manipulation was just defined. Citadel does it all the time too. Many market makers do it because it's worth it just to pay the fine. Market makers manipulate the price.
Yeah, but it is against SEC regulation, so it's against the law. It's not a criminal offense, so it's not like a misdemeanor or a felony or prison time or anything like that. But it is against SEC regulations, therefore against the law, and they get fined accordingly.
Pull that shit in China, they shoot somebody.
And then they get all the bad news coming across media, you know, across all the TV channels that follow the markets and stuff like that. CNBC puts it out. Guess what? JP Morgan just got fined several billions of dollars for manipulating the Bitcoin market. And it's not good for business.
Snowbird says, hello from Alaska. Now, you keep saying membership's $2. I think mine was $2.99. That's probably Canadian pesos.
Yeah.
I think I should get 99 cents back, and I'll take it in Bitcoin. Thank you very much. Well done.
I don't set the fees.
No.
I don't. But I just get a notification on whatchamacallit, our YouTube studio, that we got $2 for the month.
I see.
You know, so they do take out 30%. So that's
well,
what I
and
see.
it depends what currency. I mean, obviously, you know, US dollars is worth more than Canadian. Canadian's worth 10% more than Australian. So the differences will be, you know, the difference in the currency, let's say. But again, they're all paper fiat money. Wahin says Bitcoin yield max, etc., are highly volatile, as everyone knows. Correct. Coop, you still hanging on to your prediction that Bitcoin will hit 200K by the end of this year? No, Tommy Lee predicted that, and he pushed it out till January.
Yeah. I'm thinking now by the end of the first quarter next year.
Okay. It's pushed it out a bit.
I'm pushing it out. I still believe Bitcoin's going to go to 200,000.
Obviously, we can see that.
And I think it'll be next year sometime. Because once Jerome Powell's gone, the new Fed comes in. If that new Fed does what Trump wants a 50 basis point cut each time for 3 cuts next year. So 1.5%. Bitcoin has not priced that in. And I think that would be the catalyst that sends it to 200,000. Along with the Clarity Act next month. That's a big one. A lot of people aren't looking at that and are missing the bigger picture. That's going to stop a lot of the market manipulation. So I think it's good times. Good times ahead.
Good times head by all.
I don't think it's going to happen next month. I think we'll be lucky to hit an all-time high next month right now, in my opinion, the way that the market makers are shorting Bitcoin right now. And the banks are going after it big time as well. JP Morgan, as we said earlier on the show, I think it's going to struggle to hit a new all-time high next year, but this year. But next year, first quarter, watch out.
A violent upside prediction. Terry Fallon, guys, another great live stream. We'll look forward to seeing you on Saturday with the new panel.
Not this Saturday. This Saturday is going to be with Mr. Singh.
Yeah. Alfa Romeo, Terry, I just cut my lawn today for the final time. Wow, that's November, and he finally, his Thailand countdown clock is now down to 11 days. Land of smiles soon, baby. Can't wait. And the food munchkin's excited. Snowbird, also, I figured it out. Just hit the like button when I sign on and let it ride.
Yes, please. If you're watching, pound
channel.
it. We need 100 likes per live stream, folks. Please help us get there. I know we ask you all the time, and you think, Coop, man, it's a pain in the ass. It hurts my thumb to go up on the remote button and push the thumbs up. It's such hard work. I'll do it next time. Come on, guys. Get real. It's simple. It's easy. It takes you all of 3 seconds.
Terry Fallon says, Alfa Romeo, wow, 11 days. Good for you. El Romeo, Brooke, it's a happy Thanksgiving Day each and every day in Thailand. It is a land of smiles. It's another day in paradise. Oh, my Buddha, I love this place. Yeah, he does. He does. We'll have fun with him when he gets here. We laugh and carry on, and, it's just like old buddies back together. Dandy Don says, JP Morgan has been found guilty of multiple felonies the last 4 years. Not 1 day of jail time.
Nope,
Pretty hard
correct.
to jail a company. 150 million fines to the SEC, wink, wink, just the cost of doing business while making $5 billion on those felonies.
Well, who's got the felony?
The company.
You can't give a company a felony.
Exactly. So they pay the fine.
Yeah.
If it was you or me, a felony, and you're guilty, up to the slammer you go.
And I got a criminal record then.
Yeah.
JP Morgan's got a criminal record? No.
The company, good luck.
Exactly.
Who gives a shit? They broke the law. They're paying a fine because they can't jail the company. Terry Fallon, it will be great to hear it straight from Mr. Singh. Yes, it will.
And he's going to tell you straight. I'm going to let him go uninterrupted. I'm not going to interrupt him at all. And I'm going to let him tell you.
And then there'll be question answer if you got a specific
and then we'll do live question answer.
Singh will be
for
the man
everybody on the live stream.
Running Man says, wow, great job, Coop. Immigration info, always helpful. It is.
It is.
El Romeo, Brooke, did you order my favorite chicken Caesar salad from Fraser's? Good eats with great friends. No, but my buddy sitting next to me did on my recommendation. He loved it.
Who was that?
That was, then he went over to sit beside you with the cowboy hat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I forget his name, but, you recognize these guys. The names are set. So, no, I didn't. And the reason is I'm on a carnivore diet, so. Live and Learn with Mike says, Cooper, please save this Saturday's live stream so I can watch it later because I will miss it en route to Thailand.
It'll be on YouTube.
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube.
It'll be on YouTube. You can go back and watch it at your own discretion. 90% of our viewers watch on the replay.
Yeah.
We'll have 100 people on a live stream chiming in, asking questions and everything else. This live stream, I'm expecting 200 to 300 people on.
There is so much FUD out there about the immigration, not necessarily new rules, but enforcement of existing rules that it's a good thing, guys. Stay tuned for Saturday. Even if you're here, and even if, especially if you're not, then go get tuned in because you're going to get valuable information.
And I'm going to make sure the banner at the bottom has his contact details in there so you can contact him yourself. He has WhatsApp, he's got Line, he's got email, and he's got Facebook.
Yeah.
All his contact details will be in the live stream so you can contact him after the live stream and speak to him as well.
Bingo. Live and Earn with Mike. Cooper, please save the... Oh, no, we already covered that. Yeah, it'll be on YouTube.
Hit the
thumbs up. Yep. Robert Pierpont, no, guys, I said buy calls, not sell calls. Yeah, now is the perfect time to buy calls, not sell them.
Correct.
$150 calls that expire in, say, June have a 0.7 delta, would go up 100%. If MicroStrategy goes to 100, what? Goes up 100. Sorry, goes up 100.
Yes.
So
it goes up 100.
270.
Yeah, I got that too.
Actually, what I was looking at, Robert, was maybe buying way out of the money, like leaps out at like 150. I think you're paying about $85, $90 for it. But I like the long-term leaps if you're going to do calls. No guy. Okay, we got that. Nilix Illuminatus says, on a more important note, who has the best Thanksgiving meal on Sunday in Patia? Turkey, dressing, mashed potatoes, and gravy, please.
Cooper.
Well, yeah, that's one of them. I think Route 66, where we were last year.
They're having a hell of a Thanksgiving spread there.
But then you with the villa, you got the room now. We didn't do that in the condo.
No, it's too small.
And, so we can kind of do our own dinner here. And then you found turkeys, which I wasn't sure. I've never seen a turkey in Thailand.
Got nowhere to look.
Live or dead.
It's not what you know, it's who you know, bro.
Yeah. And I think even like the clubhouse is having a turkey thing.
They are. Yeah.
Any of there's a lot of especially foreign-owned, say expat-owned Americans that are putting on a turkey dinner. So there's lots of them here. El Romeo, all this money in stock talk is making me crave mango sticky rice and a huge bowl of delicious cow soy Thai soup.
Good
Yeah.
food.
Along with the food munchkin. Vegas Chris, thanks as always, and wishing everyone a great rest of the week.
And
Yeah.
thank you too, Vegas Chris,
I guess
and
we'll be-
everybody else watching.
Terry Fallon, last comment. Always great to see you, and take care till next time.
You too,
Yeah.
Terry.
Dodie N says, nice to see the market rebound a bit. Hope everyone feels a little better and made some dollars. Hopefully it continues into the new year.
I think there's a good chance of it if we get that rate cut next month on the 10th. I think that's going to help the markets.
I don't think we're in a recession. I don't think we're necessarily headed there either. So at some point in the future, you probably will experience one, but I think we're quite a ways off, and I think there's more up and to the right before we ever see, you know, a bad downturn. So stay tuned. Vegas Chris, 55 likes.
What?
We can do better than this, people. Pound it. Hit that like button. Make us smile.
Come on, guys. It's
Darlena,
super easy.
smile.
Push the up button on the remote, go over to the thumbs up and click it. That easy. It takes you 5 seconds to do. Please, it helps support the channel. I don't ask for anything on here. I don't ask you guys to buy me coffees. I don't ask you to send me super thanks or anything else. All I ever ask is thumbs up. It's not that hard. Please do it. Help support the channel.
Sure. Alpha Male Coop, no more excuses. Singh needs to join us at the go-kart challenge.
And he'll beat all of us. He is very good.
Well, he's skinny.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's lighter than some
Exactly.
of us, okay? The weight difference on those go-karts makes a difference because, you know, if we're 30, 40 pounds heavier, that's more weight to get around that track. Because we're pretty well geared to run the same, you know, setup space or rate, miles per hour. Dottie says, are people still bullish on MicroStrategy?
Absolutely.
You got people bullish, you got people bearish. That's what makes the market. So obviously the bears are in control because the price is going down. But as we said earlier, we believe that's because of manipulation. They've kind of colluded together to start dropping the price, probably at the same time shorting the stock, making money on the way down.
Yeah. Now, if you looked at MicroStrategy on your stock platform and you scroll down, it'll tell you what the prediction is for MicroStrategy on what the price should be. And they've got that prediction at over $500 right now. And it's down at 170.
Yeah.
That's a strong buy. And
Well,
it says, you know, strong buy on there. I'll just show you on my platform, folks, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Brooke.
No, I was going to
talk on it a
say
little bit.
And I do follow James at Invest Answers religiously. It's daily. I try and hit the gym every day and listen to him while I'm on the warm-up bike for 20 minutes. And very knowledgeable fellow, data-driven, keeps emotions out of the YouTube channels. And it's hard to find guys you can trust, number one, that are knowledgeable, number two, successful, number three, and been around it for a long time, number four. And he meets all those criteria.
Yeah.
So if you're not following him, do yourself a favor. He just doesn't focus on obviously strategy. He has a lot to do with Bitcoin, Tesla, Solana, strategy, of course, and you know, a few other trading things he does. But to get real facts and you know, reliable information, check him out.
Yeah. So I've got my platform here, IBKR, and I'll just show you the screen. And it says analyst ratings based on 16 analyst ratings, and they go by the top market analyst, IBKR. It's got a target price of $529.18. And there it is there, folks. You guys can see for yourself. MicroStrategy on the top corner there. And analyst rating 16. Give it a positive rating out of 20 and a price of $500 per share.
Wow, way undervalued.
$529.18, and it's trading right now about 170 and change there.
Robert Pierpont, yes, Brooke, Leap's even better. More time, just costs more. Yeah, but if you can go with Leaps, do it. Yeah, so. But I'd only recommend that if you think the bottom's in, because they'll give you pretty good. It is a bit of a leverage if you're, you know, buying the call, but still, yeah, it's that's what I would tend to do. Live and learn with Mike. Another real live stream. Thank you.
Another great live.
Sorry,
Yeah.
great.
Gotcha, Mike. Thank you.
Rick Price. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Market is always happy before this weekend. At least 1% up on the S&P.
It is.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah. Let's see. Get Thanksgiving Day.
Abundant Mango says SoFi is still a great buy in my opinion. Solid fundamentals and undervalued. I probably agree with you on that. Abundant Mango. I got a good buddy, Davey. He's in that pretty heavy, and I think he needs it to get back to 30 to break even. But yeah, I think it is a buy.
Yeah, but to answer your question, folks, I'm still mega bullish on MicroStrategy right now. More bullish than I've ever been.
So am I. I mean, the lower the price gets, the more bullish I get.
Yeah.
You're like, shit, man, it's a sale. Alpha says, yes, I'm still bullish on micro and adding to my portfolio. Smart.
Yeah. And last comment goes to
Rick Price. Thanksgiving holiday. Happy stock market weekend in the U.S. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to all our Americans.
And thank you to the 83 people that stayed to the end. Much appreciated. If you haven't done it yet, pound it. Come on, it's free. It doesn't cost a penny.
And plan your trip to the land of smiles. You will love it every day.
We'd love to have you out here with us.
Day in paradise.
Yeah. And don't forget Saturday's live stream, Mr. Singh. And it's going to be a fantastic one. We are going to get to the bottom of exactly what's going on in immigration and hopefully try and alleviate a lot of people's fears.
I'm going to make sure my alarm is set. Probably 2 alarms because I'm signing on for that video.
You want to come on the panel?
Make
it the 3 of us?
I don't need to.
Okay. No problem. So until next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you all for coming. God bless and stay tuned.
Stay safe.
Up in the land of smiles, sun shining bright. Elephants wandering through the morning light. Temples glow with gold, the air's alive. Thailand's magic got me feeling so high. From the markets buzzing, colors so bold, to the stories in the streets, ancient and old. Every corner's got a vibe, it's calling my name. Cooper's out here, and I'm loving the game. Cooper's Thaiadventure. Oh, what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thaiadventure. Can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. Golden beaches, sand so soft and white. Crystal waves crashing under starlit nights. Snorkel in the cold, dance in the tide. Every moment's a wave, I just wanna ride. Pad thai sizzling, spice lights up my soul. Mango sticky rice, yeah, it makes me whole. Tom Yum's got that kick, flavor so divine. Thailand's food's a feast and it's blowing my mind. Cooper's Thaiadventure. Oh, what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thaiadventure. Can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, sister, my heart. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. From Chiang Mai's mountains to Koh Samui's shore, every step's a story, I'm craving for more. Smiles all around, the people so kind. Thailand's a treasure that's one of a kind. Floating markets, lanterns in the sky. Festivals that spark like the stars up high. Jungles whisper secrets, rivers carve the land. Cooper's holding Thailand in the palm of my hand. Elephants roam in the sunset's blaze. Every day's a wonder lost in a daze. From spicy street eats to the ocean's embrace. Thailand's a paradise I'll never erase. Cooper's Thai adventure. Oh, what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thai adventure. Can't get it enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's the land that I love. So here's to the nights, the sights and the dreams. Thailand's a wonder bursting at the seams. Cooper's Thai adventure, forever I'll stay in the land of smiles.